Hi, it's me, AJ. Don't know what to give your mom for Mother's Day? Huh. I've got something for you. It's something my mom cooks and it's very yummy. Yeah, it's my favorite. And yeah, I'm gonna make it. It's cheap, it's easy, it's simple. So, what are we waiting? Let's do it, shall we? For starters, we have the meat, specifically frozen meat. After defrosting your frozen meat, do not put it in the pan right away. Instead, use salt. Salt doesn't only add flavor to the meat, it also absorbs the moisture to help it dry up. So don't forget to salt that bad boy up. Salt every crevice, every part, every side of the meat. Yeah. And don't forget our good old pepper for that extra heat. Let's just set aside our meat for the meantime. And for now, let's proceed to our aromatics. And of course, the ingredients that makes that caldereta smell and taste. The onion, the garlic, and the bell peppers. For this dish, we're only going to use 4 cloves of garlic. That should be enough to brighten up the flavor of our caldereta. For the people at home, do not use this kind of knife. It's a butcher's knife. It's mostly used for bones, cutting meat and stuff. Use the smaller ones. It's much easier to cut with. It's safer. This is more like a personal preference. Almost everybody should know this by now. Before cutting the garlic, you should always, and I mean
Always.
crush the garlic so the skin would easily come off. Now in cutting small stuffs, big knives come in handy. For this, we're going to use the claw technique. With your non-dominant hand, form a claw on top of the garlic and push your knuckle on the side of the knife to avoid cutting your fingers. Like so. And same goes for the onions. And now for the bell peppers. Some people like their caldereta with a bit of heat, some others don't. Now I'm gonna show you an easy way to take out the seeds without hurting your eyes. What we're gonna do is we're just gonna take off the top, like so. You see the seeds showing up, you just gouge it with our finger, and boom, nice and easy. And just remember not to put your hands or fingers on your face. Now that our bell peppers are all cleaned up, we're just gonna cut it half in the long side and just cut it again in half until you get like 8 pieces of peppers. And just repeat that procedure with all the rest of your bell peppers and we're done. And now we just peel our potatoes with some movie magic. For our potatoes, we just cut it in small, bite-sized pieces. If it's still too big, just cut it in half again, like so. Now that we're done prepping, just put them in separate bowls and plates, and we're ready for cooking. Basically, these are all the ingredients that we need. Now let's head to the stovetop. Once your oil is all heated up, put in your potatoes first, since they're the ones that cooks longer. Fry your potatoes on medium heat until golden brown. When your potatoes are almost done, add in your bell peppers. Just stir them constantly until you get that rich bell pepper aroma. After frying the potatoes and the bell peppers, strain them out and set them aside. Pro tip: do not replace your oil for your meat. We need the oil from the bell peppers and the potatoes to add flavor to our meat. Now the star of the show. Place your meat to the pan facing opposite to you so you won't get splashed by oil. Don't worry about overcrowding the pan, we just need to brown the meat so it would easily cook when we add the sauce. So just fry the meat on a high heat and stir it occasionally. While frying the meat, you'll see some brown parts at the bottom of your pan. That's called the fond. That's very packed with flavor, and we'll use it for our garlic and onions. After frying the meat, just strain them out and set them aside as well. Remember what I said about the fond? It's that brown stuff at the bottom of your pan. Now, let's introduce the onions to it. Now the onions will absorb the flavor of the beef. Just stir your onions constantly until it becomes soft and caramelized. After a few minutes, just add the garlic and just fry it until golden brown. Okay guys, I had some technical difficulties. I didn't know that my phone records only 10 minutes at a time, so I didn't get to record the part when I added the garlic to the onions and added the meat to the garlic and onions and mixed it and added water and soy sauce and all the stuff. I'm very sorry. So let's just skip to the part when I already added the meat. Okay? Sounds good. Back to the video. And we're back. Okay, so now that we added our meat to the garlic and the onions, just add 2 cups of water and 2 tablespoons of soy sauce. Just stir the meat occasionally, add some soy sauce or water if necessary. It actually depends on how much meat you have. If you think your meat is not covered enough, just add water and just add soy sauce for the flavor. And just wait until that meat gets juicy and tender. After 30 minutes of boiling, add your laurel leaves and add your crushed black pepper. Then just let it boil for 45 minutes or an hour or so, just to let it soften the meat. After boiling for about 45 to an hour, now it's time to add the liver spread. I prefer Reno because I really like the flavor of the Reno, and it gives that good meaty kick to the caldereta. Then we add 250 grams of tomato sauce. You can add more tomato sauce to it. It depends on how much water and meat you have. Then just stir it occasionally, leave it to boil on low heat, and let it simmer for about an hour or so. We want that meat to become tender and soft. After a few minutes, you can now add your potatoes and bell peppers so it would cook even further. So about an hour has passed, and now you can see that the sauce has thickened in volume. To make it even thicker, we add cheese, the piece de resistance. Just stir the cheese into the sauce and leave it to boil until the cheese melts into the sauce. If you follow the steps correctly, your meat should fall off the bone nice and easy. If not, you'd always just put the lid on the pan and just let it sit for a couple more minutes and wait. And now we have our caldereta. You can see that the sauce has become very, very thick and very yummy. For me, this dish only requires only a bit of talent and just patience and hard work. And hey, you can also do this yourself too at home. The ingredients are very simple and also cheap. You can easily find them at your local markets. And I know beef is not that cheap, but you can always replace it with pork or maybe chicken if you want to. And now let's just put our yummy caldereta in our serving bowl, and there we go. The thing about caldereta is you can eat it any time of the day. You can eat it for breakfast, lunch, dinner, midnight snack. Still so good, especially with rice. Do you want to know what else you can eat in any time of the day? B-roll. And there it is, the caldereta. It's beefy, it's yummy, it's scrumptious, it's a bit spicy, no, maybe peppery, yeah. And my favorite dish. Yeah, it's one of my favorite dish to make too. And my mom taught me how to do it. And if you like this video and you learned something, leave a like, comment, and subscribe, I guess. I don't know, whatever. And I guess see you soon. Bye-bye.